What is it? Something you need? Yes, absolutely.
Now this planet, this is more my speed. Oh, I could hike here for a while.
Experience. Boredom. I excel in the performance of menial tasks.
Well. Packing up the artifacts and keeping your friends out of my line of fire. I'm impressed. This is exactly the sort of move the emissary would never think of making. Oh, I mean, I can't promise that for every universe you visit. I'm only one version of myself after all. But I'll stay away from your friends this time. We both know where things end anyway. I took a little detour myself this time around. I hope you weren't planning to visit Captain Petrov and the Scow anytime soon. Because they're both in a million pieces. Except for the artifact, of course. Mine now. I like the Starborn you're becoming. By the way, you might want to tell your friend Mateo about the word unity, since I won't be around to casually drop the word like I usually do. And congratulations on saving all your friends, even if they never realize how close they were to being attacked by the Great Hunter.
Hey, let me know if we're going to head into the well, so I can watch your back. Look at this place. It's just as we left it. You know, I've often wondered who keeps the lodge so meticulously clean.
Ask if you've got questions. Unity. Huh. That's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas' speeches. You think it's connected? Well, it could be. But what have we got to lose? I'll meet you there. Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh, well, what's on both your minds? Oh, of course. Anything for one of the faithful. Is this maybe about the grab jump pilgrimages, or you've seen something in the darkness between the stars that troubles you?
Not exactly. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside. Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here? I see. Yes, you are quite correct.
Wait, what? I've never heard of this story before. And how come you know about it when I don't?
Forgive us, Mateo. We have a bit more history than you might realize. If you're already familiar with the story, then I assume you know where to go, and with whom you need to meet. Or, considering you are walking Constellation's path, perhaps you feel the need to hear the story again. Retrace your steps. Very well. Good luck on your journey.
I am deeply confused.
Why don't you stay behind, Mateo? Your friend has a long trip ahead of him, and I owe you a few explanations myself.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
Look who it is. I think it's time you, me, and the emissary have a chat. Alone. Good. We have a lot to discuss.
Docking in 3, 2.
So it's finally happened, hasn't it? I had a feeling when you slipped through my grasp at New Atlantis. But I'm a step behind, aren't I?
You are Starborn. More than that, you are reliving your old life.
Is this even the first time we're having this conversation? It's not, is it? Oh, you are in deep.
You could have told Constellation what you are, but you didn't. Why? No, but you owe yourself one. Do you think pretending to be your old self is what is best for you?
Oh, let it go. We've all retraced ourselves a few dozen or so times. I say, we play along with your little reincarnation. The more freedom you have, the more new things happen. Exactly. That's what we all want, isn't it? Who needs rules when we have infinity?
If you insist on walking this path, then walk it fully. Go to the moon. Follow its secrets to the next artifact. Maybe remembering what happens to Earth will give you focus. Very well. You will also need to return to Constellation and find the artifacts in the fringes of space. They will be expecting you to tell them about the Unity.
And it might be best to give them the version where you're still human, and not a Starborn that's been lying to them this whole time.
Ships detached.
Hey, can we skip the local chunks this time? Never agrees with my stomach. Every time I return here, I'm reminded of the importance of Constellation's contributions to exploration.
Mateo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
You can't possibly mean what I think you mean.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes.
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale, but I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking. Let me know when you're ready to follow up on what it's seen.
I'm listening. If you have any gear... Bye for now. I hope the occupants of this colony ship... It's clear the gantry was in loading position. I wonder what prevented this particular colony ship from lifting off. This looks like it was some type of crew preparation area. Probably the last step before boarding. It's definitely seen better days.
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatienne. The recent delivery from Mars is unsettling. I was expecting rock samples or maybe fossils of microbial life. Instead, Dr. Victor Isa comes with 2 members of the military. Everything they brought back is under wraps. What could a theoretical physicist need with a sample from Mars? Station log. Dr. Judith Tatienne. I've been trying to cozy up to Dr. Isa, Victor, to see what is going on. His team has completely commandeered one of the labs with those two military handlers, checking who comes in and out. I joked that maybe he found a little gray man and was doing an autopsy, and he grew very pale. 2 days later, he sends me a request asking for more information on my background in material science, metallurgical engineering. Oh, we have a meeting tomorrow. I think I'm being invited into the lab. Station log. Dr. Judith Etienne. I have never been so nervous since I defended my dissertation. 4 hours talking to Victor and his team about theoretical metals, atomic bonding, even a half-hour divergence into magnetism that I'm pretty sure was to throw me off the trail of what we were actually talking about. Then, I got to see the lab. I don't know how much I should say, but the periodic table just got thrown out the window.
Look at all this structural damage. We need to be careful around here. Oh my goodness. Some of the artifacts here are from the earliest years of NASA. Oh, what a shame all of this was left behind to deteriorate.
straightforward.
That's not what I'm asking. We've had no success extracting even a sample of material from the object. No explanation for the gravitational effects, no motion graph to explain its harmonic frequencies. I can't even establish a melting point.
Judith.
But you've had me building these prototype colliders for months. And now you want me to pump helium-3 into it based on this
They were
equation
clearly
written on a
testing
goddamn
space
napkin?
habitat viability in this area.
Trust me.
It seems as if
I have been trusting you.
was on the horizon.
We keep slamming our heads against a brick wall, getting nothing. And you keep coming up with something new to try. Like, you know what's going to happen. Where are you getting your information, Victor?
I'm sorry, Judith. Look, not here, okay? Somewhere off base. I'll tell you everything. But I'm not lying, okay? We're going to discover something important here.
Ironically, the surrounding rock appears to have sealed the fate of this part of the facility. Not been that easy since I traveled with Vladimir's soul. deceased relatives. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to find out.
Project Log, Dr. Victor Isa. We turned on the prototype today. The gravitational field around it. Project Log, Dr. Victor Isa. We turned on the prototype today. The gravitational field around it began to fold as we long suspected. Complete reversal of gravitational pull was observed on dozens of loose objects around the lab. I'm setting up a meeting with the directors to propose a larger test. The prototype proves we don't need the original anymore, but further work is going to have to take place in space, somewhere with abundant helium-3 and with a civilian partner, someone with access to large-scale manufacturing resources and computational equipment. Engineering gravitational folds pulling the far side of the solar system closer to us, it's all going to be possible.
Project Log, Dr. Judith Tatian. I watched the gravjet tests from the moon today. It was the first time we were able to talk to the team at Nova Galactic directly. So many things were under wraps before, but now everyone wants all the publicity they can get. I'm already seeing proposals for manufacturing hundreds of drives, expeditions to Alpha Centauri and beyond. It's also overwhelming and worrying. It could take years, decades, before we know what all these side effects of operating a grav drive can be. But no one wants to hear that right now. Like a bunch of pioneers racing towards the edges of the frontier without knowing about the grizzly bears in the mountains.
I never actually got to visit your labs back when we were working on the grav drive projects. Seems like ancient history now. Only thing we're doing these days is launching weather satellites. Guess this is as good a retirement as any. Now, Project Demeter, you want our help manufacturing scanners to better track these new meteorological patterns we're seeing.
Our guess is that the poles might be naturally shifting, caused causing some gravitational fluctuations that are throwing off our old models.
Why do you need the scanning tolerances to be so small? What are you trying to find?
I just want to be sure. It's not like we're doing much these days anyway. The glory days are over. Why not give ourselves a challenge before they write us off in the history books?
I know what I'm seeing, Victor. The data coming back from the satellites is very clear. It's the grav drives.
All those jumps from the moon. At this rate, Earth's atmosphere is going to start sputtering out into space.
Can the drives be fixed?
I'm working on some designs that should discreetly solve the problem, under the guise of an emergency update to the fueling pumps.
We're talking about the end of Earth, and you're trying to be subtle about it.
Judith, the last thing we need is people losing faith in grav drive technology. That might be our only option.
To what? Are you seriously saying we should abandon Earth?
The timeline is under 50 years. A blink of an eye for a planet, but more than enough time for a human exodus.
And what do we tell people?
We say it's an act of God, one that science has found a solution for. Time for humanity to take its place in the stars.
You knew, didn't you? You lied to me. All this time, I dedicated my life to this discovery, Victor. And you knew we were going to kill off our planet?
You haven't seen the future I've seen. There's an infinite expanse of promise out there. A meteor could hit Earth, a plague, another world war. Colonizing other galaxies secures humanity's future for all coming generations, across all time.
At the expense of our home.
Stop it, both of you. All that matters is building enough ships to get everyone off this planet. And we need to start now.
I'll draft up a statement. We'll need to address the entire international community. I'm sorry, Judith.
There isn't a planet in this universe that will be far enough away from you, Victor. We are never speaking again after this is over.
My name is Dr. Victor Isa. And if you're listening to this, then you probably already know the truth. I was young when I first headed the retrieval team of an odd gravitational anomaly on Mars. But I kept what really happened that day hidden from everyone except one other person. Even she didn't believe me at first. But I have no reason to lie to anyone now, so I hope you'll accept this confession, whoever you are. When I touched the anomaly, I experienced 12 days of lost time. I met myself. He told me everything that has since come true. The grav drive equations, the tests on the moon, Earth's atmosphere sputtering away because of what we had done. But he also told me about a city thriving on a planet orbiting a distant star. Human culture, art, music, lifestyles evolving, and shining brightly across all of space. What price would I be willing to pay for that future? Maybe you don't believe me. Maybe Judith was right and I'm just a coward who wants to believe his mistakes were justified. But everyone has forgotten about the real origins of the grav drive, this artifact from Mars. I hope you make better use of it than I did.
If there's a way to access the deeper sections of this storage area, I'm certain we'll find it.
We've arrived on the surface of Earth. We need to discuss what you found.
And it looks like other Starborn got here before us. So, you might have company.
Next time, use your jetpack.
Now that you have retraced Earth's destruction once again, do you feel any differently about it? Do you see how dangerous the artifacts can be in the wrong hands?
The emissary trying to guilt-trip you for all eternity. That's the true crime here. The artifact led to the grav drive, which led to the settled systems. Earth was a small price to pay.
Every grav drive in the settled systems was built on technology that came from an artifact that was discovered on Mars. But these early drives shook the gravity field surrounding Earth. Eventually, the atmosphere started to slowly sputter away into space. That is why Earth is uninhabitable. The artifact gave the scientists a greater understanding of time and space, but not the wisdom to see where that would lead.
The settled systems wouldn't exist without the artifacts, in other words. We owe what happened here in NASA a great debt.
You'd dismiss the loss of our home world, our culture, our history, just like that. What's happened to you?
Don't you see? The power of the artifact forced humanity to the stars. They didn't get to make a choice. How many would have chosen Earth? What gave Victor Isa the right to choose for them?
Are you getting tired of hearing this yet? Because I know I am. Every universe, it's the same speech.
In the wrong hands, the power of the artifacts can make anyone a tyrant. That is why we watch over them. The only thing you're watching out for is yourself.
You're right. If this has been happening time and time again, perhaps they've arrived at a total deadlock.
Don't be a fool. The emissary and I may have our differences, but you do not want to give us a common enemy.
For once, he is right. Don't do this. We can collect the final pieces together.
Bravo. I was hoping you'd make that choice. And whatever it takes to make it through this, I swear I'll remain by your side.
Well, look at that. The emissary just became my new best friend.
You've made your choice. When you're ready, the Hunter and I will be at the buried temple. That's where we'll settle things.
Meaning, we'll kill you. But hey, at least we'll wait. The final round doesn't start until there's only one artifact left to gather. And if I'm not mistaken, Constellation has one or two to go.